so welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a extension to the last video that I made, you could say. The last video that I uploaded was a video where I showed how I expect to be doing, or what I mean to be doing, or what I am doing with my current clients or myself for product research during the pandemic. And I guess there were some people who watched that video and think that you can't do it. So this is basically a video that is proving that you can also invent products and sell them on Amazon. I want to remind everyone that there are many different ways to approach Amazon, and no one way is the right way. And just because maybe one specific guru or one specific person has only done one thing and that's worked for them, it doesn't mean that it's the only way to do things. And just because someone may think that one way is easier than another way, you also don't necessarily know if it's easier if you haven't done it. So I myself have helped my own clients, and I'm actually in the middle of a 6-month project with one of my clients where we're actually inventing a brand new product and bringing it out to the market. And I myself have done this also for myself and with my own clients. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you other successful, worth millions of dollars inventions that were launched on Amazon initially, just to prove a point that it is definitely doable. Of course, there is back-end stuff that you need to do with any product. With every single product you ever bring into the market, you have to do product research, you have to do market research, and you have to have some sort of marketing strategy, especially if you're inventing a product. In my opinion, Amazon is this small. Amazon is just a get your foot in the door if you're able to bring some sort of invention to the world. Today, it is so much easier to bring your ideas out into the world than what it was for our parents or our grandparents. There are also many companies like Gembah, for example, and many sourcing agents that can also help today to get this kind of stuff done. And I actually am going to be bringing out a video with Gembah in a few weeks from now, so look out for that as well. So the point of this video is to just show that you don't have to be a sheep and go with the herd. You can also be a leader. My group is called the Alpha Group because my entire life, I've never done things the same way that everyone else does. I've always had the type of mindset that is outside the box. And if you follow me on Instagram, I sometimes share a little bit about my past, and I've also spoken about it in my videos in the past. I have had very fortunate to have had a very different upbringing than most people, and my father invested a lot of time into teaching me the type of things that most parents don't. So I was given the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, for example. Over here you can see it, at the age of 12. I don't know if anyone, like only New Zealanders will know what I mean, but I left New Zealand in 2009, and you can see that this is a New Zealand bought product. You can see it's from Whitcoulls. This is a very old sticker. My dad gave this to me like, I don't know how many years ago, many years ago. And I share some information about, you know, my upbringing and the way I was taught and stuff from very early on. But the reason that's important to understand is because maybe I don't look at things the same way others do, but it doesn't mean that the ways that I look at things don't work, because I've proven that they work. You can see our numbers and you can see the amount of knowledge that I have. And I'm not saying this so people can pat me on the back. I'm saying this because just because one person only thinks that copy pasting and copy and improving is one way, it doesn't mean it's the only way. I always make sure to say on this channel, in my videos, on my posts, that my way is not the only way. There are other people that may have great ways of bringing out products as well, or of doing e-commerce, or finding ways to make money online in general. At the end of the day, we all want the same thing. That is for our followers to succeed. And you know, if you've been following me for a while, if you're in my group, you know that the only real agenda I have is for my followers to succeed. If all I cared about was to make money from affiliation or anything like that, I would be telling you all day long to just go do product research on softwares. But I don't do that because that would be me being a hypocrite, because I've never found products using softwares, and I actually honestly haven't. Every single product I've ever launched or bought into a market or anything I've ever done is come from different ways of looking for products from here, not from softwares and putting in specific numbers. It's been from doing in-depth types of research, and you can watch it on my channel. I have different types of ways that I do product research. So it's important for me that you know that there's no hidden agenda here, and if there was, then I'd probably just be kissing the software people's ass all day, and I don't do that because I believe in many different softwares, and for example, I have affiliation with Helium 10, and I highly believe in Helium 10, but I don't use Helium 10 to do product research. I use it for other things, and it's the only software that I actually really recommend for people to use, but I don't do product research using that way. And that's okay, because I still have successfully launched many products, over 17 SKUs on Amazon, and have coached over 400 people that you can see in my Instagram, on my website, in my group. It's just important for me to put across that I have always done things differently my entire life. I was a hardcore tomboy as a little girl. I was always skateboarding. I did Muay Thai kickboxing while other girls were doing ballet and things like that. I left New Zealand and moved to the Middle East when I was 21. I've learned different languages. I've done many things that most would not, and I've taken many risks in my life. And I'm also today a mother, and I understand what it is to also take risks and what the responsibility is and what responsibility we have as parents, you know, what we should be allowing ourselves and what not. And I would never be leading anyone into a huge risk to take. I don't think that if you were the first person to invent a mouse, I don't think that that would be a huge risk, because you would be able to, you know, market a mouse. There would be a need for it. So the point is that I am not leading anyone to try and have you spend all your money and waste it. It's the opposite. Like, if you follow this channel, I talk about the hardships of Amazon as well, and how important it is to differentiate, and how important it is to think outside the box. So I promise you, whoever you are that is watching this, that my only intention is to help you also see things in a different way, because there is no one way. And I know that most people do things by going to softwares and putting in specific numbers and are very smallish minded, and that is fine. I am a bigger picture type of person, and that's just the way I am. It doesn't mean that I'm better than anyone or that anyone else is better than me. We're just all different. So here are some inventions that people like you and I created and launched on Amazon, and today are worth millions and millions of dollars. If you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and let's get into my computer. All right, so here are some inventions, things that people created that did not yet exist on Amazon until they were launched on Amazon. Some of these were also featured in Shark Tank, and some of these were not. So it's absurd to me that anyone would ever tell someone just to copy paste and to improve. Of course, many of us have successfully done this, but it is not the only way to do things. So there will always be the copycats and the people that are like sheep, and there will always be the people who lead and the people who are also looking to fix problems that have not yet been fixed. And there will always be inventors and creators. And there is enough room for everyone as long as there is an actual need for your product. And if you don't know necessarily how to market your product, then hire someone who will know how to market your product. There are amazing companies like Gembah, for example, which I will make a video with in the next few weeks. I'm going to make a video with their CEO. And all sorts of different things. And these are also companies that I have used myself or for my clients. And I've also successfully invented products either for myself or with my clients. The best example, there is a guy in my group that we're in the middle of it's not an invention, but we've taken two separate products and made one device. And this has been about 6 months in the works. And although the market is a little bit, I'm not going to say saturated, but there is a lot of them on Amazon, no one is selling something that we're going to be bringing into the market. And I have no doubt in my mind that I will be able to help him. And if not myself, I'll be able to also find him the people that will be able to find him, because I have a large amount of contacts, to be able to help him to get it also, apart from just Amazon, also into specialty stores and other marketplaces, etc. I know that most of us are only looking at Amazon, but if you follow me, you know that it all starts with Amazon and it's like the foot in the door. But Amazon is not the only marketplace in the world. And if you're only on Amazon, in my opinion, it's a huge business mistake. I know that I focus on teaching Amazon, but know that I'm also off of Amazon as well. I promise that I'll also make videos about that kind of stuff. There's only so much that one can do. All right, so the first product example is Grab Ease. So Grab Ease is a type of kids utensil that helps children or toddlers to actually grab the fork and the spoon in a way that it's comfortable for them. Okay, this did not exist before it was on Amazon, and there was no one selling anything like this on Amazon. But even though some may say there wasn't necessarily a need for it, of course there is a need for these types of products. And you would have targeted specific types of kids utensils based keywords. Okay, so this is invention number 1. You can see that was launched on Amazon in early 2017, long before it was on Shark Tank. The next example is Stasher. So Stasher was actually launched on Amazon. They were also on Shark Tank in 2018 or 19, but they were already on Amazon before 2016. If you go back to the reviews, there's also reviews from 2015. So this is another example of a invention that created a whole niche. How many different types of silicone reusable bags, and also not just silicone but reusable bags, were made due to these guys. They created a whole trend, right? They created a whole entire niche, and it all started with this brand. So imagine if they wouldn't have done this because no one else was selling it on Amazon. Okay, you need to be able to find the gaps in the market and find those keywords to help you. Maybe their marketing strategy would have had to be more expensive, but this company today is worth millions and millions of dollars. Okay, so Stasher, I'm sure most of you know what Stasher is. If not, go and search. They were the first to create these reusable silicone bags. And next example is the Squatty Potty. Okay, so some may think that, what kind of demand was there for this? Who would have been looking or using for these types of keywords? Let's remember that this is solving a problem. If you're solving a problem, you'll find the keywords, okay? And if they don't exist on Amazon, then the keywords may exist on Google. Google is a bigger search engine than Amazon. When you search for products or search for certain things that are related to products on Google, usually the first things that will come up will be Amazon listings. Okay, there are so many different ways that you can approach this also off of Amazon. I don't want to get too complicated. I'm proving a point here though. Okay, Squatty Potty was on Amazon before it was on Shark Tank. In 2015, it was on Amazon. It was on Shark Tank, I think 2017 or 18. Okay, another one is the Simply Fit board. Okay, it's a type of balancing board. Nothing of its exact kind existed before this was on Amazon, and also created a type of trend. Okay, they were on Amazon before 2017. There's also different types. There's also different reviews here for 2016, and they were on Shark Tank later on. Okay, seat grip gap filler. Okay, great invention, very smart. Also created a whole niche. Okay, so if you have some sort of amazing invention and you know that you're able to solve a problem, also a lot of these products are not that expensive. To create this product is not that expensive. To create the CAD and the mold for it may have been a little bit more expensive, but it's not a hugely expensive product to make. Okay, the Squatty Potty, it's not that expensive to create these types of products. And I'm also in the middle of making a plastic-based product from scratch with one of my clients. It is not the hardest things to do. Okay, so yes, you need to find the keywords, but if you've made an amazing invention that makes sense to be sold on something like Amazon, you'll find the keywords. Okay, so the seat gap filler, if you don't know what it is, it's actually created a whole niche. There are many, many different types of these today. This specific type is patented, but you can make a totally different design and still obviously do a product way too saturated, I wouldn't do it. But this is proving, you know, that these inventions work. This is one of my favorite inventions, which is the fry wall. Okay, so it says here that they were on Amazon only in 2017, but if you go to their reviews, there's also reviews, where is it? There's also reviews from 2016 and also some from 2015. They were also featured on Shark Tank long after they were already on Amazon. Okay, so this is another example of a product that did not exist until it was launched on Amazon. Okay, and it is solving a problem. How would you have marketed this? If it was me, I probably would have targeted different types of pans and pots and things like that. Probably, I don't know, I would have had to do my research, but notice that I'm always talking about research. Okay, I'm not just telling you to go and do anything. There's always specific research that is involved. Okay, the baby bum brush, which is a diaper brush. Okay, it was on Amazon long before it was on, it actually wasn't on Shark Tank. It was on, I forgot what the English version of it is, something dungeon, it'll come to me. Anyway, but you can see it was launched in 2015. Some really smart mother decided that it was a smart idea to make a spatula type of product to use to put cream on it and to put it on people's on babies' bums. Maybe some of you would be laughing from looking at this type of product, but it was launched on Amazon, right? And this also is something that works. No one else can sell this because of their patent, but these are products that were launched and invented on Amazon. Whoever invented this product would have had to do in-depth keyword research to understand what types of products, what types of keywords they would target. Okay, but years later, okay, 5 years later, their brand is also in stores and worth millions. Okay, the silicone grip dish. Now I'm going to be showing you some baby products because I'm a mum and I actually own a few of these products myself. So for example, this, Bumpkins. Okay, a mother invented a type of silicone type of plate for kids that you stick to the table and it won't move. When my son was born, I bought a lot of these in different colors for him because if you're a parent, you know why. This is also something that was launched on Amazon long before it featured on Shark Tank and things like that. Okay, you can see for some reason Helium 10 is only showing from 2020 or 19, but if you look at the reviews, you can see that they were on long before. There were also some from 2016 here as well. So another invention that was also launched on Amazon. This is not an invention, but they were the first of its kind on Amazon, and it's the Beeswax food wrap. Very, 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 very saturated niche, but this was the first brand to sell this product on Amazon, and they absolutely dominate this niche. If I was the first to sell this, I would have targeted the plastic-based keywords, knowing that the Beeswax food wrap based keywords would not have existed yet. So I would have gone for the non-eco-friendly alternative. And then eventually this created a whole niche and a whole bunch of keywords that weren't there before they were on Amazon. My last example may be a gross example, but this is when I talk about thinking outside the box, also at things that maybe some people might be embarrassed to buy in stores, but wouldn't be embarrassed to buy them online. And this, I highly doubt that anyone was using these types of keywords on Amazon before this type of product existed. Okay, so this is basically a bum cleaner for very, very large people who can't wipe their own, but sounds disgusting to some and $1 million product to others. Okay, so the guy who invented this product was very, very smart and found a way to answer a need to people who would also be embarrassed to buy it outside of Amazon, to buy it outside, like in stores. And to you or to other people, it may look like something most people would not have thought of, but there are many, many genius-based products that did not exist on Amazon and were successfully launched on Amazon, and today are worth millions. And they're not only just on Amazon, but they're also in department and specialty stores. But you don't know that they actually started online. So for anyone out there who wants to say that you should not be inventing any type of product, if you are answering or giving a solution to a problem, you most definitely can launch successfully these types of products on Amazon. Is this the only way to do Amazon? No, there are other ways to do Amazon as well, but will you most probably still be around years to come, and can you most probably sell a very smart product like these products that I've shown you, sell your brand in years to come if you've done things properly? Yes. I do not consider myself just an Amazon seller. I am a brand builder. I do not only sell on Amazon, although everything started on Amazon with the brands that I sell today, and I created them through discovering Amazon. I am not only an Amazon seller, and I don't encourage you to only be an Amazon seller. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to confuse anyone, but I want to tell you that if you have a outside the box and a creative way of thinking, and if you can answer a need, or you can find a way to make something that doesn't exist, but you know that there is a demand for it, either because you come from that, like these mothers who created these motherly products, or this product that maybe someone who was really large invented for their grandmother or whatever, or or this or whatever. If you've come from had some sort of difficulty and you have the solution to it, or if you just have a mind like mine that is willing or able to look forward and see where is the world going to, what kind of products can I create that maybe don't look like great products now, but they will be, because there are going to be different trends that are yet to come that I can already see now, and not because I'm some sort of fortune teller, just because I'm someone who thinks and uses their logic, and I'm using the history and the past and looking at what happened to the world when there were other pandemics years ago and things like that, and how I believe it's going to be impacted today when the world is like such a different place today than what it was 100 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever it may be. If you have an idea and if you have something that is answering a need, you can find keywords for it, even if they don't exist on Amazon, but they do exist on Google. Or you can find a gap in a specific market or an alternative market that you could target that will take them back to your market. Or if you have created an accessory to an already existing product, okay, or whatever it may be. I've got people in my group who have created different types of parts for water bottles, and different types of accessories for strollers, and different types of accessories that never existed before, and they sell very, very well on Amazon. But if they had not gone with their beliefs and done their market research, and they would have just listened to other people who say, do not invent anything, only copy, paste, and prove, they would have never done what they ended up doing. And some of these people, their businesses, I believe, will be worth millions in years to come. So, moral of the story, if you understand how to do market research correctly on and off of Amazon, and you have some sort of invention that you believe according to and there is logic behind it, and according to your market research makes sense, you most definitely can invent products, new products that don't exist on Amazon, but find the right types of keywords to go after. And it may sometimes cost you a little bit more money when it comes to marketing. You have to be able to have the cash flow for that. Sometimes not. Some of these products are not that expensive. It depends on that type of product, but you definitely can do this. And just because others may have not done it doesn't mean it doesn't work. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video and that the point here came across and you understood what I am saying. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask them down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and I'll see you all in the next video.